Hello, good evening. My name is Patricia, and it's transformation time again. Been away for a while, but it doesn't matter. We'll make up for lost time. How was your day? I had a good day. I had a great day. And I got home in time to go into my garden where I got lots of inspiration for today. Actually, what I did today was that I trimmed the dead plants, and I have some dahlias growing. And these dahlias have very thick stems, thick but soft. So you actually have to stake them, to some strong, long piece of a branch that you dig into the soil just next to them and then tie them to each other so that when the wind is blowing or when you're watering them, the dahlias don't break their stems, or when they flower, as they tend to do, the flowers are quite heavy and large, that they don't bend over and break and you lose the plant. So you have to support these dahlias with stakes. So that was what I was doing. I was getting branches from old trees. We usually gather them somewhere, and I just get an appropriate branch and I stick it into the soil close to a dahlia, and I tie them to each other. So in the process of doing this also, I was just thinking, I whether a flower is blooming or not, you have to take care of it. Whether your garden is in a great shape or not, you have to mow it, mow the lawn, prune the flowers, take them out when they're dead, prune off the dead flowers, trim the hedges, and generally do weeding and all sorts of, and as well as replanting. You have to do so much work just to keep the garden in order. So, gardening is actually, you have to have a passion for it, you have to love it, you have to see what you're nurturing as worthy of attention. And I thought as I was doing this thing that I love so much, I mean, it doesn't take anything out of me. I actually love doing it. I did all these jobs and I also watered the plants. I mixed some fertilizer in it, in the water, and I watered the plants, even though the gardeners tend to water them anyway. So I just did a lot of tending. One of the things in life that you need to tend, apart from your hobbies, is your vocation, your passion, whatever it is that you are born to do. Whatever it is you're doing in life, you have to tend it. You have to see that even when you're doing well, you're working at your craft. Whether you're doing well or not, you may be a writer and you keep getting rejection slips. You still have to write. You still have to face those blank pages every morning and put out your material there. If you're a runner, you still have to run. Even if you're a champion and you're like the king of the heap, like Usain Bolt, you still have to run. I got into a conversation yesterday with a young lady, and she was of the opinion that, oh, this young man, he's such a legend. And he went and, did the 4x100 relay. And something happened when they were changing the baton and he couldn't make it. Well, I didn't say much initially because I didn't watch the race. But I simply told her, look, even if he went into that race and he lost, there shouldn't be any regret for having gone into the race. A champion must always be ready to defend his title, even at the risk of losing it. And even if he does lose his title, it presupposes that he has lost his title to another champion, because no amateur person can just come and beat Usain Bolt. So champions recognize themselves. Every champion makes himself available to defend his championship against any upcoming champion. And that's how humanity progresses and gets better and better. I believe that there's nothing that any human person has ever done that cannot be surpassed by someone else. So if you're the king of the heap today, be ready to defend your title, be ready to defend your work, be ready to defend whatever it is you're known for. because other people will come up and they will challenge you. And there is that mutual respect that champions have for one another, you know. So whether you're winning, whether you're losing, dedicate yourself to the process. Don't worry about the outcome. Being a champion, it's par for the course that sometimes you lose. Every match you play, every race you run a risk of losing. You run a risk of not coming first. But a champion knows that he is dedicated to his craft and he is dedicated to surpassing himself. He may be first today and then tomorrow he's still first. But what is the difference? He may break a record. So each time you decline to put yourself out there, you are robbing yourself of a chance to do better. I really love this. I'm listening to myself right now. I think we should just go and ponder on that and think of all the ways in which we can dedicate ourselves to doing better, doing greater, soaring higher. Have a wonderful evening and take care. Bye-bye.